everyone, and welcome back to News to Astonish, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. Coming back to you with another amazing Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. I hope you all had an amazing holiday. As 2021 comes to a close, we're only getting that much closer to Marvel's Spider-Man 2. I'm predicting that the game will launch in the summer of 2023, specifically June 2023. Anyways, one idea I was thinking about for Marvel Spider-Man 2 was having the ability to play as other characters. Obviously, we're going to be playing as Miles Morales for a little bit too in the game. We saw him in the trailer. He's expected to be playable, and hopefully we'll be able to switch back and forth between Peter Parker and Miles Morales Spider-Man. Specifically, I'm talking about characters such as Venom and Black Cat, assuming she's in the sequel as well. Before I go deeper into this topic, I want you all to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notification so y'all don't miss videos like this. I post videos every day, and I live stream on Tuesdays and Sundays from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Join my Discord. The invitation link is in the description box below, along with the links to my Instagram and Twitter, of course. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, it could be argued that Marvel Spider-Man 2 is pretty much a Peter Parker story, including supporting characters from the likes of Mary Jane, Miles Morales, and so on. At least in my opinion, it's very much a Peter Parker story, but we don't need to open that can of worms. One thing that was running through my mind is the story being distracted by other playable characters such as Venom. Us Spider-Man fans know that Venom is an anti-hero by now, and believe it or not, we like to play as Venom in a modern open world game, especially since the game will be running on the PS5. But would being able to play as Venom take away from the game? Should being able to play as Venom be limited just like Miles Morales was in various parts of the first Marvel Spider-Man game? Or should he be a major playable character of the story? I said this a few times in the past. If the story requires it, then it's okay with me. Honestly, I think the only time I can ever recall playing Venom in an open world game was in Ultimate Spider-Man for the PlayStation 2. The only reason I can think of why we won't be able to play as Venom is because the game is called Marvel Spider-Man 2, not Spider-Man and Venom or just Venom. Although, I think there's a possibility that we may get a spin-off game titled Marvel's Venom. It wouldn't really come as a surprise. I mean, we got Wolverine coming from Insomniac Games. We didn't see that coming at all. Venom's been really popular as of late, thanks to his anti-hero antics in the comics and his movies. Besides that, I'm going a bit off track here. What about the other characters such as Miles Morales or Black Cat? Depending on how much of a role Miles Morales will play in the story will determine if he should be playable or not from the very first start of the game. As for Black Cat, maybe have some missions where both you and the Black Cat are fighting off goons and have the ability to shift between heroes. Kind of how like Batman Arkham Knight did it. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is anticipated to be a grand Spider-Man game. We're talking a bigger, more defined, and graphically improved city and map. More characters, other playable characters, the stakes are even higher than before, astonishing revelations, and more. Because of those reasons, I think that having the option to have other playable characters available like Venom wouldn't be such a bad idea. A few things that you need to take into consideration is that Venom needs to have gameplay mechanics. If you're going to be adding playable characters such as Venom, such as Black Cat, and of course Miles Morales, which you can easily take a lot of the gameplay mechanics from his own game and implement it into Marvel Spider-Man 2, that's just a lot of extra work that doesn't really need to go into the game. But I'm kind of curious though, if Venom, let's say, was playable in Marvel Spider-Man 2, should he have a complicated gameplay mechanic? Should he have already like a move set? Should all of this be implemented into Marvel Spider-Man 2? You let me know your thoughts about that as well. I know this is quite the short video, but I promise you all I have more Marvel Spider-Man 2 videos in the works heading your way. You let me know what are your thoughts. This is something I really was thinking about lately, and I kind of wanted to get your input, you guys. So let me know if you either agree or disagree. Do you think adding characters such as Venom will simply take away from Marvel Spider-Man 2? It'll be a major distraction. Do you think that's where the game will falter? Or should the game be even longer to allow such a feature as having more playable characters like Venom, like Miles Morales, and like Black Cat? If so, you comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. You decide. Tell me why. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notification so y'all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.
Yes, we will.
PlayStation